Grow your own sandwich. Grow it yourself. Contents. What is a tomato? A tomato is a fruit of the tomato plant. In the summer, tomato plants make lots of tasty tomatoes. They are good to eat and can be used in many different ways. A tomato can be as big as your hand. Some tomatoes turn red when they are ready to pick. Tomato plants are easy to grow. A few weeks after the tomato seeds have been shown, the plants make flowers. After a few days, baby tomatoes appear. When they are ripe, they are ready to pick. Shapes, sizes, and seeds. There are many types of tomatoes. Some are small as cherries and some are as big as oranges. They can be round, oval, or flattened. Tomato skins can be smooth, bumpy, or striped. Seeds, flesh. Tomatoes might look different on the outside, but inside they are all filled with juicy flesh and seeds. There are red, purple, yellow, and orange tomatoes. Each type has a name such as Gardener's Delight, Red Cherry, or Mr. Stripey. Tall and short plants. Tomato plants can be tall or short. Tall plants grow more than 6 feet high. They have one main stem and need to cane to lean against for support. They are known as cordon tomatoes. Cane, main stem. Tall tomato plants need canes to help them stand. Short tomato plants can stand up on their own. Short tomato plants are less than 3 feet high. They have lots of stems and are known as bush tomatoes. Dwarf tomato plants are shorter still. They are only about 8 inches high. Where to grow? Tomato plants grow in many different places. Some like to be outside in vegetable beds, plant pots, or hanging baskets. They liked a sunny spot, sheltered from the wind. Sheltered, warm place is best for outdoor plant tomatoes. Tomatoes grow very well inside a plastic tunnel greenhouse. Some tomato plants prefer to be kept very warm, so they are grown inside glass greenhouses or plastic tunnel greenhouses. These buildings stay warm all day long and even through the night. Get ready to grow. Plant nurseries have everything you need for growing tomato plants. Some stores and supermarkets also sell the same equipment. To grow your own tomato plants, you will need a pack of tomato seeds. Choose an upright cordon type such as Gardener's Delight. You will also need seed compost, a seed tray, small plant pots about 3 inches wide, large plant pots about 10 inches wide, or a growing bag, labels, garden twine, bamboo canes, a watering can, and a sprinkler head, and liquid tomato food. Growing the seeds. In February or March, fill the seed tray with seed compost. Lay out the tomato seeds on top of the compost. Putting the seed in each cell, gently push each cell down into the compost about a ½ inch deep. Sprinkle a little more compost over the tray to cover the seeds. Add a label with the name of the tomatoes and date that you sowed them. Water the tray, then leave it in a warm place indoors. Don't let it dry out. Potting on. After about 10 days, tiny shoots will appear when the seedlings are about 2 inches tall. They are ready to pot on into the small pots. Fill the pots with compost and make deep holes in the center. Put one seedling into each pot. Press the compost down around the seedlings. Keep the compost moist, but not too wet. Planting out. The seedlings will grow into a small tomato plant. When they are about 8 inches high, they will be ready to plant out into their final growing places. Turn the pots onto their sides and tap from the bottom. The plants in the compost will slide out. Put the plants into the holes in the ground or into large pots filled with compost or growing bags. Caring for your plants. The plants will grow quickly. To stop them from falling over, put a 5-foot bamboo cane next to each one. Tie the stems to the canes with garden twine. Check for side shoots. They will grow from the main stem close to where a leaf joins it. Side shoots take energy away from the plant. Pinch or snap off the side shoots. Water and feeding. Keep the plants well watered. Plants in the ground need watering too, especially if it hasn't rained for a few days. Tomato plants need to be fed once a week. Give them food. Mix liquid tomato food into their water. It contains nutrients they need. From flower to fruit. In June, yellow flowers appear. The flowers make yellow pollen. The wind moves the pollen from flower to flower. When this happens, the tomatoes start to grow. The flowers last a few days, then tiny green beads start to grow. These are baby tomatoes. They swell quickly until they have grown into full-size tomatoes. A bunch of tomatoes is called a truss. Tasty tomatoes. Ripe tomatoes are red, purple, yellow, and orange. To pick them, hold them gently and snap them off the truss. Have a sniff. They will smell fresh. Have a taste. They will be sweet and juicy. Tomatoes are good for you. They can be eaten raw in salads and sandwiches. They can be made into sauces and soups, pickles and salsas. They can be roasted, grilled, baked, fried, and dried. Make a cheese and tomato sandwich. Index.